A Victims Assistance Center is reopened this morning, offering support for families of the victims and those who were attending services at Tree of Life Synagogue Saturday morning. It's located at the Jewish Community Center and will be open today from 9 until 8, and that will be the hours through Thursday, again until 6 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. Members of the Red Cross and disaster mental health counselors will be available, and one of those counselors is with us this morning. You know her as a regular PTL contributor, Dr. Marlene Boas, a board-certified life coach who also works with the Red Cross around the world offering help. And we want to welcome Marlene for this important advice.
Thank you for having me on today.
So clearly this is affecting all of us in different ways, and you and I had a chance to speak earlier today, and you say it's completely natural to have these feelings even if you aren't directly affected and weren't there the morning of this shooting.
Right, because even if you have no direct affiliation, it is our community, it is our city, and it affects us all. And Heather, I just want to applaud you for the display of emotion. That's a brave thing to do, and I think people everywhere responded to that because we're all feeling it. Yeah. And to know that these kind of emotional reactions are normal, very normal to an abnormal situation, and that they will come in waves, and just as you modeled, you breathe deeply and you try to take the next best step. And I think that was very admirable.
Thank you. I don't feel that so much, but I appreciate you saying that. You've been with families throughout the weekend and helping them. People at home, what can they keep in mind as they are trying to process something that was beyond their control?
Right, it is beyond their control, and it's really hard to conceptualize. We can't wrap our head around a man-made disaster like this. So at the Red Cross, what we do, we are there to alleviate human suffering. And in terms of mental health, we are there as supports, and we're very proud in this community that our county behavioral health, and there are so many really qualified, caring, compassionate people there just to offer support and to help people begin the journey of healing.
And so you mentioned that people know about grieving. They know what that feels like. They know what loss feels like. They may not know all of the other symptoms, though.
That's right.
Physical sensations that you can have and responses to something like this.
So when there's a disaster or tragedy like this, it affects us on all levels. Of course, we know about the emotional. That's very easy to understand. There are physical reactions. You may have a fatigue. You may have agitation, sleep interruptions, hunger, not hunger. Those are all normal reactions. There are also cognitive changes. Often in crisis and stress reactions to disasters, there may be confusion, inability to make decisions, distractibility, sort of a loss of focus, those kinds of things. Behavioral, sometimes people pace, sometimes people withdraw, sometimes people, just are physically agitated. Okay. Those kinds of things, and behaviors. And spiritual, sometimes we start to question our spiritual, especially since this happened in a house of worship. Those are all normal behaviors to an abnormal event.
So what do we do when we start to feel those things? I mean, crying is something that comes naturally and sometimes is beyond our control, as you just saw. But what do we do with those feelings, those thoughts, the physical reactions that we might have?
Well, crying does help us when we're stressed. We have stress hormones in our body, and crying is one way to sort of help cleanse those. So we have to take care of our physical bodies. So do what you can to rest, eat right. With the feelings, to express them as you did, to share them with others and build our connections with one another, because that's where the support comes. To take really good care of yourself. One of the best things is to breathe deeply, because that tells your body to calm down, because oftentimes our bodies react before our minds can catch up. Right. So to calm down. And I think another thing is to think about, and if you're distracted or somebody with you is distracted, let's all be very kind. When our hearts break, it all often opens us up for more love and kindness with that opening in our hearts.
So what do we do moving forward? You told me something this morning. You said we have to dig deep and find the resiliency. How do we do that? What are we looking for?
Well, as you stated, you look at the helpers, and oftentimes, you know, we see this surge of people wanting to help. And so to take some action, it can be a very small action of kindness or empowerment. What can you do in your world to make it a better place? And when we take action and take all the angst and the sadness and move it in a direction that is helpful, that makes the world better, it helps us begin to heal, and it just makes everything better.
And so you also have some numbers that you'd like to share and some information you'd like to share, because while you were set up at the JCC helping with more immediate family members and survivors, there are some ways that you can get help or talk to somebody if you feel like you need to.
So as I said, many of these reactions are normal reactions to an abnormal situation. If they go on too long or they seem a little bit more extreme, you may want to get some professional help. And we're so fortunate in this community, we have Resolve, which is a crisis hotline, and that number is 1-888-796-8226, and also the SAMHSA, which is the Federal Disaster Hotline, and I think that number is available.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Dr. Boas.
Everyone take care.
Thank you so much for coming here and helping me to take those deep breaths. I appreciate it.